Breakers coming out strong with some shake and bakes, bringing that firepower. I like Alex taking her chances with the drive and a good look for the bake. Angie wasn't quite there. Same with Brooke and Zoe. Being overly aggressive, driving and crashing. I really like Alex combos. She always knows where to go, knows where the ball is coming to. She's always ready for that second ball. That's gonna go a long way here.
Yeah, it's a bit gusty here today, so
Yeah.
you're gonna see some long drives possible.
Yeah, you called it, Eric. Lots of wind. If you don't swing the right way, if you overcook it, it's gonna fly right out. Lots of rotation, bigger margins, driving it at 40, 50%, making sure that ball is super low. Like Brooke just did it right there.
Yeah, it was a good read by Zoe there.
Yeah, Zoe just saw that, didn't waste any time to take that. Pablo is keeping the ref in check. Having another conversation there. I don't know what's going on.
It's tough. The wind is gusty here. Ball just sits up just enough for Zoe there.
Great play by Zoe. I love that flick over the shoulder. He just manages with one hand. Very hard to do. Didn't mind the take by Brooke. She saw it. She went for it. So the execution wasn't quite there.
Yeah, windless day. I think she's got that.
Yeah, that's another thing with the wind. Like you maybe overthink it. Oh, great get by Angie. Oh, bad luck.
Unlucky.
Good point. Good hands. So we just getting a little lucky at the end.
What touch?
So it's just too good. Good pressure by Angie, making sure whatever she was touching there was out of the air, making it hard for Zoe and Brooke to come in. Good leave by Angie.
Just long.
That's the thing with the wind. Like, it's just hard to gauge.
Yeah, gotta dial those margins in just a bit more than normal.
Good thing by Angie there. She looked for a second as she was going to attack. She went for the ding on Zoe's left foot, threw her off, causing the unforced error. Good pressure by Angie, being a little shifty in the middle, putting pressure on Brooke, faking as she was going to poach, and she just made Brooke overdo it on the left side of the court. Nice reset.
Great point. Good hands by the breakers.
Yeah, great defense by Alex. Great shot by Zoe. Great take by Zoe. I like how Alex just went for it. I love to see those aggressive plays. Sometimes you just leave your team with the pens down.
Saved by Brooke there.
Yeah, scrappy point. Las Vegas Night Owls came out on top after a very, very scrappy point.
Great drop. Almost had that follow-up.
Yep. Good take by Zoe. I'm a big fan of aggressive plays, taking your chances. However, you just gotta mix it up with some patience as well if the shot is not there. But if it's there, if you see it, nice job from Angie with that first attack and the follow-up.
Ball's tough when it sits like that by the kitchen line.
Yep.
Speed up for Brooke there.
Great spot from Brooke. A full cross-court attack is lethal. Great pressure by Zoe. Making herself feel long out there, shrinking the kitchen. Good call from Alex, letting Angie know that the ball was nowhere close. That's a very important skill to have. You see at the lower level, a lot of amateur players hitting everything that comes their way and realizing a little too late that the ball was going way out.
Good lean by Zoe there. Speed up, good 1-2.
Great combo by Zoe. Brooke and Zoe have become very acquainted to each other, and they have very much a winning record so far this season. Brooke getting adjusted to be more of a right side player and letting Zoe take over a little more.
Zoe's just so imposing at that line, leaning in,
Yeah.
taking lots of balls out of the air.
She knows how to execute out there with the flicks and counters and follow-ups after the flicks and the speed-ups. Good job by Brooke, just sitting on that counter. She saw the attack coming.
She might have saved her there, but knocked
Yeah.
that ball down for the win.
I think you're right. I don't think Zoe's going to tell her anything as long as she puts that ball away. That's something like with your partner. Your partner calls it out, but as long as you put it away, you kind of just say to yourself, forget what I said. You were able to get that down. For zero by the Owls. Great job from Brooke. Leaving no space on that down the line. Shifting fully right to sit on that backhand, which is her strength on the right side for those counters. Just like that, again. We're back with the Las Vegas Night Owls and the Bay Area Breakers. 6-4 for Zoe and Brooke Buckner.
Yeah, you'll notice the wind is picking up a bit, making that ball move a little bit more than expected.
Yeah, all the players gotta be making lots of adjustments.
What an exchange.
Great point by all of them. Angie just had a tough shot at the end. Getting attacked cross court. It's just a tough shot for a reset. Great flake by Alex. I don't think I have seen that before.
Brooke's hands got her out of a lot of trouble there with that last one, Alex.
Yeah.
What a reach by Brooke.
Yeah. Way to get big there. That was the right shot for Alex. Just with the wind, she had a little bit against her. Just came out short at the end. Nice, Angie. Getting super big, putting lots of pressure. Angie must be one of the tall ones out there on tour. Great attack by the Las Vegas Night Owls. Having a two-point lead.
Yeah, we're not seeing a ton of dinking here. A lot of balls out of the air, lots of speed ups, very aggressive play.
Timeout by the Bay Area Breakers. They started feeling a little bit of a momentum shift. Match slipping away a little bit. And smart timeout. Three-point lead for the Las Vegas Owls was enough for the Bay Area Breakers to ask for all the things you want in a team, especially in MLP. Yeah. Like I was saying, the chemistry is just Brooke, Zoe taking over, and she just step out of the way and let her cook. Another aggressive play by the Owls. Brooke doing what she knows best, which is drive, coming from a very strong singles background. She's currently one of the top players in singles in the PPA. And just letting Zoe get big up there. Great combination.
Good take though by Zoe there.
Yeah.
That's the right move.
Great defense by Angie. Just making them hit one more shot. sometimes that's all it takes. With Colin John's experience in the bench, I would like to see a little more from him. He's just there hanging out, unbothered.
Right play, tough with that wind. Just hits the net cord just right. Unlucky.
Tough on 4-0. I mean, what a moment. Alex is very gritty. She's a great competitor, and her face right now looks like the match is just, she's feeling like the match is just slipping away. There he goes. First point for the Night Owls.
I think something to that effect. They're pretty dominant. Here we go. All right, some good hands there from the Night Owls. Tough bounce there on that one. TJ thought he had the ATP.
But the ball kept getting away from him. Good thing by James anyways. Those are tough.
Ball sits up just a little too high, and Colin takes that line with that forehand.
Yeah, James tried to be cute there. Trying to fake out Collins out.
All right. Little damage done here. Bay Area gets the ball back at 0-2.
And 4-0, very unlike Colin Jones in the transition zone. He usually is known for having some great resets. Two hands by DJ. Getting the last laugh out of that hands battle with James Delgado.
Tough bounce, tough bounce.
And they're staying. The Bay Area are having Colin Jones on the left side because they know Pablo's and James' drives are. Great spot by Collins. Getting James Delgado on his right shoulder.
Quick side out again for Bay Area.
And they are staying.
Yeah, staying with Colin on the left here.
Wow, they don't want any extra movement. Little miscommunication there in the middle. They managed. Pablo pulling the trigger on Colin Jones. Did not go so well.
Big left side play out of Colin there.
Yeah. Maybe Ben would have kept him around if he would have played on the left side. Nice rally.
Great ball movement by both teams there.
Yep, great rally. Love to see it.
James might have had that one, just overcooked it just a tiny bit.
Yeah, the gap was there. Just sometimes when you're trying to be a little too aggressive and you just hit a little harder than you should have. Happens to the best of us. Pablo trying to be tricky there, showing the speed up.
MLP New York.
Going for the dink, and it just wasn't enough. Great ball movement by Pablo.
Ooh, what a point.
Great point.
Even with that miscommunication, tracked that lob down,
Yeah.
got the drop.
I mean, everybody in MLP they're just so athletic. They can get to most balls, be able to solve in a very, very good way. I mean, being late for a lob, being able to reach it, and yet hitting a perfect drop. That's something that you don't really see at the amateur level. I might have been a little too low for Colin to counter that one.
All right, now we're
5-2-2.
We're going on a break soon with the Bay Area Breakers leading by 6-2. Welcome back. We got the Bay Area Breakers against Las Vegas Night Owls. We got a match in our hands right here. The Las Vegas Owls, they won the first game in women's. Now we got the Bay Area Breakers leading by 4 points. There was a quick side out there. Now Pablo Tellez serving. Colin Jones returning. Great reset by James. Good flick by Pablo, putting the ball away.
What a slide encounter from James there. Not so often you see that slide middle, but he was there with that backhand.
Yeah, especially having Pablo with his lefty, as a lefty on the right side, being able to cover that. But he saw it, he read it, he moved, he executed to perfection.
4-6-2.
Tough to dink in these conditions. You don't want to overdo it, trying to compensate by the wind. There's a gust of wind coming, and it's just tough to be precise. Okay, even Colin is having a hard time executing those drops, making sure they're unattackable.
It was a big lean from Pablo there, but
Yeah.
little wrist snap, lots of spin.
Same thing for DJ, who looked at his paddle. I don't think the paddle was the problem. The thing was just him being a little too cautious there, making sure he didn't leave that ball hanging for. Colin let the ball go, and little did he know the latest rules with the out calls and in calls are confusing, if you ask me.
Seems like we're going to some sort of video challenge here.
There's going to be a challenge here. There's a drive. From this angle, we cannot see it. It's right on James
Right
Delgado's
through
face.
James's head.
It's on the way. And Colin is not even looking. DJ might have a better angle, but from this angle, we will not be able to see. I'm curious to hear what the refs gotta say.
You're
Seems like the ball was in. Now we have a 1-point lead by the barrier breakers. Pablo serving.
5-6-1.
James taking his chances on that speed up.
He was there for the 1-2.
Yeah, he was.
3 got him.
Yeah. This Colin is just one of the best out there with those counters. However, he was able to try him out again and came on top this time. Now we got a tie. Let's see who's gonna be able to get to 7. Great hustle by Pablo. James overcooking that flick. Did not mind it. The ball was there. The ball floated. Just needed to lower that angle of the paddle. Great defense by Colin. Nice control by Pablo. James was a little bit on his way.
That ball had set up a little more. I think James would have had that Ernie, but
Yeah.
DJ kept it down just enough.
Yeah, it was almost like a bait. It's like, I dare you to Ernie this ball. It was just so low. And more low.
Ooh, Pablo sitting on that one.
Yeah, great attack by Colin.
After video review, the on-call stands balls out.
The out call stands. Yeah,
It's tough to see from that angle. That we
very
had.
tough to see. Didn't have the best camera angle for that call.
9-6-2.
Solid return by Pablo. Good reset by DJ. Nice hands by DJ. It was all over that. Here, Juan Benitez with Eric Forsyth commentating with you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this match as much as we are. Loving the level being displayed right now. It's nice to see one of the top players, such as Colin Jones, joining the Challenger League, the MLP.
Ooh, great there.
Great take by Colin. He saw the gap, he went for it. And again, just overcooked it a little bit, just out. Great counter by Colin. Did not mind the speed up or the flick from James. It's just
a little slide there.
Yeah, just Colin. He might have seen that a couple of times in the past. Those attacks to his right shoulder, he was able to get that paddle right on top. DJ having a hard time controlling that thing out of the air. Sometimes it's just better to let it bounce. However, you just finding that balance between aggression, because he's looking for the flake, as he should. And then changing your mind last second, noticing that the flake is not there, and then thinking out of the air, you just It's just a tough shot. Pablo getting big out there. Didn't pay off.
Big left side Colin Johns there to end the match,
Yeah.
or end the game. Las Vegas Night Owls. The series is tied up 1-1. About to start off our first mixed doubles. Angie Walker and Colin Johns versus Brooke Buckner and James Delgado. So Colin played a big left in men's doubles. Let's see if he can continue that trend here in mixed.
Good take by James. Colin was all over that though.
0-0-2.
I love James' patience coming in. He didn't necessarily overcook those drops. In a way, missing them long. Angie was able to hit it out of the air, but James and Brooke took their time coming in and worked the point out, and James took advantage of that high ball from Collins. Okay. That was just good pickleball by the Owls.
Another net court tracked down by Angie. It's quick off that one step to get that rollover.
0-1-1.
James staying patient there, just moving that ball around.
Colin wasn't necessarily patient and went for a speed up. Maybe a little too low. Let's see who can win the battle here. Nice, great reset by Brooke. Great attack by James. Angie wasn't quite there for the counter.
James maybe looking for that middle ball speed up at Brooke there. Got caught on the back end a little bit.
1-0-2.
Great reset by Brooke. Nice, great
What a
pressure
read.
by Colin and Angie. Colin was all the way on the right side technically, leaving no space, making James think down the line, and Angie was all over that Ernie. Stable Ernie. She did not move. She already was set on the right side. Good job from Brooke sitting on that backhand counter.
Yeah, and it's tough when she's off the line there. Very dangerous.
0-1-2.
Yeah, she definitely is dangerous on the right side. She knows exactly how to slice. She knows what to look for.
One, 1-2.
Great take by James.
Got to keep Colin honest there, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Went behind him to that backhand.
Brooke just felt a little choked up having Collins sliding too far right, and she said, let me see what you got on that backhand side. Great point by the Owls. Winning that hands battle. Great lead by James Delgado. He almost swung for it.
Ball's tough to tell sometimes in the transition like that, but
Yeah.
he had a good eye there.
Oh, especially with this wind. Just never know if the wind is going to catch or not. Great defense by Angie.
It's unbelievable.
James overdid it there at the end. He felt like he wanted to do something more, and he should have accepted the fact that Angie just came up with some very good defense, and he didn't have to go for that dink. Okay, we got a side out. Let's see what Colin and Angie are gonna come up with here.
When picked up there just for a second, made that ball maybe just a little heavier.
2-3-1.
Good pull there by James. Slides for the 1-2.
2-3-2.
Great drive by Colin. I'm not sure if that was going in. Brooke hit that ball over her shoulder, and it wasn't necessarily slow. Bad luck. Oh, Brooke just got hit in the face.
Most importantly, she's okay.
She's okay. It's a tough net core there. Angie's attack hit the net tape, and on top of that, I believe Brooke hit the frame of her paddle and ended up in her face. Brooke, she's just resilient, and she's just a great competitor, one of the best ones out there. Just letting their opponents know that she's not going away. She's gonna fight until the end. She's gonna take her chances. I really love that about her. Just greedy competitor. Just like Alex Truong. You also see that grit, the way she just screams and competes, and just love that. Love to see that for the sport. It's good for the sport. It just brings more spice to it. Just seeing each player's personalities and the way they handle themselves under pressure.
What?
Great hands by James and Brooke. I mean, Angie was just ripping that ball, and they did not give up. And they just stay in it until the end.
I think James was resigned there on that first high one. Brooke saved it when he had the next counter to end it.
I don't think Angie or Colin felt like that ball was coming back. I mean, Angie absolutely smacked that thing, and it's just James was one step ahead.
It's tough in that win.
A little
Looks so
ambitious,
juicy.
ambitious by Brooke. She saw it, she went for it, but that overall is going to be a tough shot for anybody when it's below the knee like that. Colin was a little cute there on that dink out of the air. Thought he was going to catch James off guard. Good
That's a
shot by
good
James.
spot.
That's just a good shot. Was that a counter from Colin Jones with a lefty? You see that?
That's what it looked like to me.
I wish we could have a review, a replay for that one.
5-4-2.
Great attack by Colin, adding a little bit of these guys, showing body or cross and going down the line behind James.
Brooke held that one long. Kind of got them frozen there. Nice ball down the line.
4-5-2. Side out.
Nice touch by James,
Hey, some options there.
showing the attack. And Angie was just running for the fences back there to have a chance to get that ball back, but again, just James.
What defense out of Brooke.
Yeah, that was
James
crazy.
knocks down the last one.
Time in 6-4-1.
James is not missing that one.
Yeah.
7-4-1.
One for server by James. Missing that drop. Great drop by Angie.
James makes him hit one more there that he was not ready to hit. Ooh, that's tough. Colin making him hit one more.
Yeah.
Made him think.
Brooke called it out. James just couldn't quite get out of the way. Good take by
Unlucky,
Angie.
didn't get that rollover. Ooh, James read it. Good speed up by Angie though.
Angie made up for the fact that that previous ball was going out, and Colin let her know maybe a little too late, but Angie was able to get that point.
Great pull. James had some options there. Kind of froze Colin. Went middle and Angie was stretched.
8-5-2.
Ooh, almost there with that reset by James.
Yeah. Oh!
What a firefight.
Great hands by Colin and James. James just was able to keep the ball a little lower on the at the end of that exchange. Good lead by Colin.
That ball off the net cord just looks so juicy, but it's a lot harder to hit than you think when there's no pace applied to it.
Angie trying her luck down the line. Couldn't quite execute it. Great defense by Brooke. Angie trying to keep James honest. Going behind him, going down the line. But James is still able to get to that down the line dink and taking advantage of the fact that it was high and attackable. Angie going for the patient play, going for the dinks, and just out rallying Brooke. Great play by Angie.
All right, there might be a momentum shift here. Might be a good idea for the Owls to take a timeout.
They heard you. They are indeed taking a timeout.
That's a good idea. Angie's starting to heat up a bit.
Wind is all over the place. The Verizon banner almost flying out. And we got a close match here, closing game 3 between the Breakers and the Owls. I'm impressed. The level is quite high. All 4 of them are playing at a quite high level.
Very close one.
Colin reading that attack down the line quite well. And 1, 2.
What a big take from James from coast to coast. Little slide there too for dramatic effect. Ooh, it's tough. And that cord rolls pretty far down, gives Colin a super
Unlucky.
wide ATP.
unlucky by the Owls. And Colin taking advantage of that extra foot or so that allowed him to execute that ATP to perfection. Just James just staying uneasy on the left side. Just can't wait to get back in the point. Sometimes it backfires when you start overdoing it, over covering. Sometimes you just gotta trust your partner
10-9-1.
to make sure you don't leave too much real estate uncovered. Great disguise by James. Doing a little shimmy there with the shoulders, faking out Colin.
10-9-2.
Wow,
And-
two big stops there.
Great defense by the Owls.
They're not-
Angie taking her chances on that shake and bake. I don't know if Colin told her to do that. In such a big moment, I don't know if you want to go for a stellar ending. You want to maybe play a little more conservative. Make sure you get to the kitchen line and work your way up there. Working the point up in the kitchen, I mean. James once again getting overly big. Let's see if he's gonna pay off. Little lucky.
Well, unlucky depending on
Yep.
what side you're on, but
Yep.
10-10-1. Second serve.
tough. Again, the wind picking up there just as that ball was dropping for Brooke, and it led to a chain of events.
Unfortunate unforced error by James Delgado, missing the third shot drive.
10-10-1.
Let's see if breakers, the Bay Area breakers can close it right here. James again bringing that firepower on those putaways.
10-10-2.
Wow, what a take by Colin there. Angie with some good defense.
Colin on the left is a lot more shifty than a lot of us thought.
Yeah, he's moving well. He's reading that ball.
11-10-2.
Sometimes we're used to seeing him just a little steady, a little rather defensive on the right side. You know, borderline passive, but he's definitely can move and can execute and can attack. Great stuff by
This off if we're going to a dream breaker. So we with the inside impole there. Not something you see very often, but it was effective. DJ saw it and had it. Just had to execute. But right idea.
5-0-2. 0-1-1.
It's windy out there. Those resets are a bit tougher than normal.
1-1-2.
What a slide to cross-court counter.
Great shot by Alex.
DJ almost with the ATP there. Alex read it. Just a second late there. DJ says good night to that high ball.
And just when I was thinking that the Bay Area breakers had all the momentum, now all of a sudden it feels quite tight.
5-2.
a very close match here.
Pablo needed a tissue timeout, but he's back.
Unforced error by Alex. Very unlike her. She's usually rock solid.
4-5-1.
Great attack by DJ, keeping them honest on that middle.
4-5-2.
DJ with the right side tomahawk.
DJ is known for executing quite a few tomahawks per game.
5-4-1.
The wind is picking up like crazy.
We got a side out here.
4-5-1. 7-5-1.
The Owls are going to have to fight here. They want to push this to a dream breaker.
Point. 5-5-1. 8-5-1.
We just mentioned it before, another tomahawk from DJ there.
5-5-2. 8-5-2. Start out.
Can't give DJ that high forehand.
Alex just feeling the pressure a little bit there. And coming out with some enforced errors. Again, very unlike her.
ATP defense to an Ernie. Pablo wants it.
Great fight by Pablo. Way to dig deep.
5-5-1. Second serve.
Let's see who's gonna force the
5-5-2.
Alex on the left.
Ooh, what a point.
Great point. Both girls icing out the guys.
5-5-1.
Night Owls need this win here to force it to a 3-breaker. Little miscommunication there works out to the benefit of the Night Owls. Confused breakers there a bit as well. DJ gets that ball to Zoe's back in. A little bit of a tougher dink there. Zoe just a little impatient there. 8-6-1 here for the breakers.
8-6-1.
Tough neck cord at this juncture here. Probably was ready for that ball at his body. Neck cord away is a tough one. Time out here for the Night Owls. Zoe with that big lean there gets it away from DJ. DJ conversing with the ref here. Can't really tell what he might be talking to her about.
1-1-2.
What defense out of DJ there. Good reset. Bay Area Breakers take it in 3 games to 1 here at MLP NYC.